Hello, everyone. Before we get started, let's check to see if we're live. We are indeed. This is Ladder of Light Gaming. I am your host, Axon Jackson Wilson, coming to you live from Paris, France. That's my best shot at a French impression. Yes, we are now in Paris, France, for the next chapter of our NBA 2K26 MyCareer. This is my center, standing 7'1". So let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. So it looks like we're going to start out with a team practice, and then we're going up against a couple of targeted prospects for the NBA draft. You see, in this first matchup against Nanterre Elite, we're going up against Benoit Lambert, who plays my position. He's projected to get drafted in the early second round. And then we've got Vincent Leduc, a late first-round draft projection, and then a mid-first-round draft projection. So it looks like these are rising as we go. Let's take a look at our draft projection here. So for those of you that are new to the series, my player's name is yours truly, Jackson Wilson. He comes from the small state of Vermont. Nobody really knew who he was until his senior year of high school. He was a Vermont state champion, a Vermont boys basketball player of the year. And then when all hope seemed lost, somebody from the Union Elite took notice of his play. And Wilson got an opportunity to play with Union Elite against some of the best prospects in the world of basketball. Unfortunately, we made a questionable decision in that we were benched for being late because we were out partying the night before a key game. But we still proved the critics wrong. We bounced back in a big way. We were selected for the All-Star team, and we pulled an upset in the club circuit. Well, the media called it an upset, but if you saw that episode in the scoreboard, it wasn't really an upset. But nevertheless, I was named the MVP of the club circuit and the WCBL All-Star game. So now here in this next chapter, instead of going to play college basketball, my agent and I came to an agreement that my draft stock would improve so much more if I signed with a league overseas. And that's where I am now, Paris, France. I'm playing for the Paris FC and the French Basketball Super League. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to earn a spot in the postseason to go up against the best of the best. But your boy is willing to do that. We've proven people wrong before. It's on us to rise up again. So next stop, team practice.
And go! Let's move! Let's move! Full speed! Full speed! Come on! Let's go! I got Bucky that time.
Cheaters never win.
No, I got him. Hey, is all the practices this intense?
The first part, yes. Then we do more plays and things of that nature. Then more conditioning. Then more plays. It keeps going on and on like this.
Man, I gotta tell you something. Back home, captains usually come a bit more serious, but I like you. You're funny.
This is not a joke. We have to have peak fitness to compete. Like football.
Let's huddle up! Let's go! Let's go! I understand.
This is professional life. We make practice difficult so that the games are easy.
Fourth quarter's winning time, boys. But it's also when you're the most exhausted. To win, we gotta be the fittest team on the court. All right, so we're gonna do a scrimmage that simulates late game exhaustion. Short shot clock, full court, all out hustle. I want you moving faster than Busta Rhymes raps, all right? Let's go, let's go!
Hey, Cap. Does Coach know Busta Rhymes or something?
No.
Weird.
All right, we're doing a fourth quarter scrimmage. The boy's fatigued, but he's out to shine. Let's put this guy in the post. Let's go into the fade. No good. It's good defense, but he hits the three. See if we can answer. Whoa! Cannot. All right, so we're off to a rough start. Portier loses the handle. Come on, LeDuc. Take that all the way. Nice finish. Way to pick me up, teammates. All right, Blanket knocks down the free throw. We got a tie game, 3-3. Intense scrimmage going on right now. Fourth quarter. 2 minutes to go. And the boy's obviously fatigued because he's been putting in that work. Ooh, I just got dunked on. Oh, and now we just threw a turnover. Oh, that's not cool. All right, let's step it up on D. And Dumont's just not giving it up. We got a rebound, though. Here we go. Here we go, Vasseur. Cut down low with you. I got a mismatch. Feed me, feed me. There you go. Game's still tied with a minute left. Can we clutch up down the stretch? Down low, I got the defense, but he still finishes it. Oh, they should have hit me on that. Go to the post again. Got a mismatch. Once again, we're going to exploit it, but we don't. The goal is to exploit it, but I couldn't get the hook. And they finished with good defense. Gonna need to pull something quickly. To the corner. Three-pointer. It's good. 1 point game. 28 seconds to go. Gonna need a stop here. Dumont. I mean, we're technically not in the games yet, but it sure feels like it. Ilyich spinning, and Ilyich scores. All right, we need a three. Let me get to my spot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I missed it. Oh, my shot's a lot slower than it was in the previous chapter. Probably because I'm fatigued.
Conditioning is not optional, people. All right? Okay. We're going to work on sideline out-of-bounds plays, a staple of late-game offense. These have to be executed to perfection to be successful, which is especially hard when you're tired. First play is called Cypress. What we're trying to do is spring Pierre for a three, and there are 3 members of Cypress Hill, so that should be easy to remember. Insane in the membrane. Anyone?
Insane in the brain.
Bogey gets it. See? He gets it. All right. What we're trying to do is get Pierre an open look for a corner 3. And P, you got to set a hard screen. If your man blows past you, we're cooked. Got it?
Oui, coach. I got you.
You got it? Okay, good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Move it. Move it, MP. Get to your spot now. Come on. Play tough. Play tough. Ah, God. You're not in high school anymore, MP. You got to play tough here. Let's go. Bang that! Bang that!
Soft. Cap, was that dude raised by a pack of wolves?
What do you mean by this?
I mean, it feels like a pack of animals just ran through me.
He's a good guy to have on your side. Doesn't talk much, but loyal.
To you, maybe.
We need to know these plays backwards and forwards, MP. You're not Dr. Dre. We're not gonna wait 16 years for you to release Compton.
What you mean, Coach?
You need to move quickly, without hesitation, like Lil Wayne releasing his mixtapes at his peak.
Better.
Okay, good. Let's do it.
Coach Graves makes confusing hip-hop metaphors from 30 years ago.
Does he know that, though?
I don't think so.
Let's line him up!
All right, well, that was an interesting first day of practice. Obviously, I didn't play up to my standards, but we're going to have to clean it up and get ready for this first game. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank everybody once again for tuning into Ladder of Light Gaming. This is Axon Jackson Wilson. Like, comment, and subscribe. Jesus Christ loves you. This may seem random, but it's important. We are here to spread the gospel. Life without Jesus Christ is nothing. He died on the cross and rose again from the grave for the forgiveness of your sins, so you could be saved from eternity in hell, which, by the way, is not a place you want to go. I don't care how the world describes it. It's not a party. It's not a fun place. It's actually the worst place imaginable. It's eternal torment. But none of you originally... Well, actually, that place wasn't meant for any of you. However, we deserved it, myself and you, because of our sin. The wages of sin was eternal death. But the gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. So, as important as it is to bring content to you guys, all I hope is that we use this platform to lead at least one person to Christ. At least one. We want all of you to turn to Christ, everybody viewing. That's what we encourage. If you guys need anything, we're here for you, and we appreciate all the support we can get. Plenty of room on board to join the Ladder of Light family. And most importantly, the family of Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. This is going to be a center battle. We're going up against Benoit Lambert. He's projected to go early second round. He weighs 229 pounds. He's 6'11". Paris FC Basket and Nanterre Elite. The game still has me as MP, but I changed my nickname to Mr. Fundamentals. So we're going up against, like I said, Benoit Lambert of Nanterre Elite. He's an outside shooting specialist who can get hot in a hurry. Can Mr. Fundamentals fight through fatigue after completing his first professional training camp and outshine Lambert? There's only one way to find out. We're going for the better teammate grade. We're looking to win and get at least 5 or more highlight plays. Let's make it happen. Also, for those of you that are wondering, I'm playing on Hall of Fame.
Game coming up later today. Walk us through it, MP.
Ooh, okay. We're taking on Nanterre. I hope I said that right. But it's led by Benoit Lambert, a projected second rounder. He's a stretch big who can knock it down from outside.
I feel you. All right, well, obviously you're looking to win this game, but as someone with an eye on the NBA draft, how does that affect your approach?
My approach never changes. I compete as hard as I can, and I play to win. But when you go up against another draft prospect, you have an opportunity. You know, you gotta give the scouts a one-to-one comparison. So, if I'm outplaying this guy on the same court, in the same game, and he's projected to go second round, what does that make me?
Makes sense. How has practice been so far?
Tough. These guys really get after it in scrimmages, but it's gonna make me a complete player. Someone any NBA team could use.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think we got what we need.
Nice. Look, I'm not gonna complain on tape, but bro, these practices are killing me. Oh God, these Euro dudes, I don't get it. They love to hack, and somehow the conditioning programs are even crazier.
I was about to say, man, you do look a little rough. You feeling all right?
I'm a little beat up, to be honest with you, and I'm extremely sore, but I gotta find a way to push through it.
Yes, sir. It's just an adjustment. You be all right.
Yeah, just, you know, this kind of stuff, just make sure we keep it off of socials, all right?
No, of course, man. We in this together. We only gonna show the world what you want them to see.
Yeah, that's good.
What's
Xander,
up?
I need help up.
I got you.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's difficult to play on Hall of Fame. It's even more difficult when you're playing on Hall of Fame fatigue. But you got to battle through the adversity. Here we go, overseas in Paris, France, as Jackson Wilson looks to improve his NBA draft stock. Originally thought college basketball was the avenue, but it's a much bigger world out there than just the United States. Live from the same location where the United States men's basketball team won gold, Jackson Wilson and the Paris FC basketball squad. They step into the spotlight, looking to prove their worth and make a postseason run. Everybody here has the same goal, to either land a spot on the national team or get drafted into the NBA. Benoit Lambert is Wilson's first opponent. His current NBA draft projection is early second round. All right, here we go. The tip is won by the opposition, and we're underway. Pelletier gets the offense set up. The game opens with an off-ball screen for Chavez. Chavez calls for a screen left side. Great defense by Paris FC, 6 on the shot clock. Pelletier in the corner. He wants a screen. Wilson comes over the top of it. Here's a backdoor cut by Lambert, and he slams it with 2 hands. Here comes Paris FC. Wilson outside, gives it to Ahern. Wilson is going to post up. This has been his bread and butter when he was in high school, and he gets it to fall. The first basket of this game for Paris FC belongs to Jackson Wilson. Expect him and Lambert to go back and forth at each other all night. Lambert gets into the post, looks for some redemption, but Wilson D's him up. Wilson on the fast break. Kicks to Dumont in the corner. Dumont back up top for Wilson. Now Portier. Wilson off a screen. Pick and pop. Wilson with the mid-range. That's green. Wilson may be fatigued, but he's been putting in that work every single day. He's out to make himself known in front of this sellout crowd, in front of a world audience. Another rebound by Wilson. Ahern on the fast break. Ahern to Wilson. They feed the hot hand. Wilson goes to another fade. Banks it off the glass. So just like that, Wilson comes out of the chute and scores the first 6. 6-2 lead for Paris FC. Chavez tried to drive, but he gets cut off. 3 minutes remaining here in what I assume to be the first quarter. Chavez with a tough shot. It's no good. Wilson with the rebound. Soaring sky high. Portier back to Wilson. Pass fakes. He's got his hand down. Wilson with another mid-range. Wilson didn't look his best in practice, but when it matters, he's been there. Kind of got that AI mindset right now. Practice? We're talking about practice? Now we're going to shine on the real court, even though practice is still important. Don't take that the wrong way, especially you young people out there. Got to put in that work behind the scenes if you want to be great when everyone's watching. Wilson with the pass fake. 7 seconds to shoot. This has been working for him so far, so if it ain't broke, Don't fix it. Look at those numbers for Wilson. 10 points out of the gate with a perfect shooting clip, 100%. I don't think we could have asked for a better start here, y'all. Here's Chavez. Uses a screen. Tries to drive. He's only got 5 seconds to make something happen, and he forces another miss. Portier. Ahern. Wilson from outside. It's right down the bottom of the net. 13 points for Wilson to go along with 5 rebounds. And like I said, we're on that Hall of Fame. Lambert. Floater over Wilson. He can't get it to go. Wilson on the boards. Will play the role of Nikola Jokic. Now he gets it back. Wilson calls for a screen. It's a beauty. Now Portier. 5 seconds to shoot. Another pick and pop. Wilson, another three! Perfectly executed. And now Wilson with a block, but then the ref says too much contact. Crowd doesn't like it. Just listen to the noise, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson's quickly capturing the hearts of all the fans here in attendance. Cranking up the volume, cranking up the energy. As the first free throw goes down. Naytair Elite scored the first basket of the game after winning the tip, but it's been all Wilson and Paris FC ever since. 16 unanswered points and a 16-4 lead. What a pass up ahead to Benoit, and he converts the tough layup. So Wilson's teammates get into the scoring act for the first time tonight, as Beau Marchese will try to get even a morsel of the momentum started for Naytair Elite. They're not looking elite at the moment. Chevalier for three. He's got it. Final seconds here in the first quarter. Down to 4. Down to 3. Wilson got to put up a tough midi. He got it! It's been nothing but greens for Jackson Wilson here in the first quarter. The big man who can do a little bit of everything, as he's congratulated by his teammates as we head into the first huddle. That's a 20-5 run in the last 4.5 minutes. Look at that silky smooth jumper. And ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started. So now Wilson will take a seat on the bench. And the substitutes do a nice job of keeping this commanding lead in check. 29-14 Paris FC as the inbound goes into Wilson. Gets right back to work. He'll go into the post and fade. It's perfect. Well, technically not perfect. The release was, but the ball bounced off the front of the rim and then off the glass before it finally fell. Here's Chavez. Chavez to Pelletier. There's a screen. Pelletier taking his time. Elite's got to get something going here. Tough shot. Got no choice but to fire, and Wilson pulls down the board. There's a pass up ahead to Dumont. Wilson catch and shoot for three. Bullseye! Wilson from the arc. It's his second or third three-pointer of the game. Bartz. Dribbling around. Still dribbling, and now he gives it to Chavez. Chavez continues to fire up prayers from deep. That one's not answered. Wilson up ahead to Portier. They're still giving Wilson too much space, and he makes them pay yet again. I've mentioned this before. We love the song Surfin' USA by the Beach Boys because some of the lyrics go inside, outside, USA. Whether he's in the paint, out of the paint, inside the arc or outside the arc, Wilson's finding a way to cash in. Here he comes on a fast break. Ahern Little give and go. Wilson gets into the post. They go for three. Yes, sir! And Elite needs another timeout. Great shot by the captain, Dumont. Just like we did in high school, just like we did at that prospect showcase. The world may not know who we are, but we have the power to change that. And most importantly, no matter what happens, we serve a God who never fails, and that's the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So out of the timeout, 26 points, 9 rebounds, and an A+ grade for Wilson tonight. As we wind down the second, 43 seconds to go. Chavez into a crossover. Here's Marks with a jab step. Here's a screen and a roll. Marks, tough leaner, gets the bounce. So a rare basket for MyCareer Elite. Now Paris FC will slow it down. Wilson backs up. We'll go with a pick and roll. Wilson working with Ahern. He hits him for an assist. Clock continues to wind. 3, 2, 1. Lambert beats the buzzer from deep. Wilson got caught lacking on defense, and now Lambert makes him pay. Says right back at you. However, I'm sure Wilson's not really kicking himself too much, because when it comes to the overall first half, Wilson and Paris FC were the ones who showed out thus far. So as we welcome you back to the start of the third quarter, MyCareer Elite will get first possession. Lambert on the inbound. He gives it to Marks. Marks dribbling with the left hand, and he hits Pelletier. Marks loses his defender with a screen, but Wilson erases the layup. However, the offensive rebound goes to Elite, but they still miss. Wilson fast break. Here's Dumont to Wilson. Let's do another pick and roll here. Get the teammates involved. Wilson to Illich for the slam. Wilson's got to prove he can do a little of everything. They already know about his offense. They know about his rebounding and defense. Let's show off our passing and playmaking a little bit. Here's Marks into Marchand. Marchand can't convert the layup from 3 feet out. Wilson to Ahern up ahead. Back to Wilson. That paint looks open again. We got a mismatch. Wilson out to Portier. Back to Wilson. Got to go quick here. 4, 3. Wilson. Lob pass inside, but Illich can't get it off in time. Otherwise, it would have counted. But the ball will go back to the Elite. No basket. Here's Chavez. Chavez brings it across the timeline and hits Marchand. Marks, the lob inside, and Marchand with the flush. Boy, that came out of nowhere, especially coming from the small shooting guard. Packed a mighty punch there. Wilson, take this himself, will go back in the post. Wilson goes to the fade and remains perfect on the night. Wilson now with 28 points to go along with a couple of assists and 11 rebounds. He's got an A+ teammate grade on the board as well. Pelletier inside to Lambert. Lambert doesn't want the shot. He'll give it to Chavez. He misses. Wilson with the rebound. Up ahead it goes to Ahern. Ahern for 3. No good. Rebound by Chavez. That would have been Wilson's third assist if he'd been able to get that to go. Lambert swatted by Wilson, and he's got no choice but to kick it out after the offensive rebound. That's 2 rejections now on the night for Wilson. Chavez back to Lambert. Lambert looking for some redemption. Wilson says no and pulls down another rebound. Ahern on the fast break. Wilson leaves his defender in the dust and lays it up and in. Look at that field goal percentage, ladies and gentlemen. 100 with 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 dimes. Here comes Marchand. Marchand out to Chavez. Chavez wanted a screen, but it's no good. The play completely breaks down, and now we got another fast break opportunity for Wilson. However, he gets stripped. Great hands by Pelletier. Marks looking for the three. No good. Tapped out to Paris FC. Wilson on the fast break. Into the corner. Portier. Back to Wilson. Wilson's got a mismatch. Wilson backing down. Wilson spins. Hooks. Can't get it to go. That's Wilson's first miss of the night. 48-21 Paris FC. Inside to Lambert. Lambert pass fakes. Lambert, tough shot. No. Wanted a foul, but he didn't get it. Wilson with the rebound. The work with Illich once again. Illich, as he showed in practice, that ferocious screen resulting in 2 points. Wilson now with 3 assists in this game. About a minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the third. A lot of basketball still left to be played as Marks forces a tough shot and is able to convert. Outstanding defense by Paris FC. Hands are down in the corner. Wilson for 3. Bang, bang. 33 of Paris FC's 53 points. Chavez out to Marchand. Elite will speed it up a little bit, and they'll post up Lambert. Lambert trying to score over Wilson. Can't do it. Wilson the rebound. Up ahead to his captain, Dumont. Dumont back outside for Wilson. He sees a cutting Portier. Portier lays it in. Gotta love that ball movement. Or should I say that ball smoothment. Shout out to Chris Smooth. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. Chavez backs up. Still beyond the arc. Looking for the post up Lambert. And he's able to put it in over Wilson. And that takes us to the end of the third. Great positioning by Lambert and an even better pass. But we're not fretting. The domination continues for Wilson and Paris FC. 30-point lead as we head to the fourth. Wilson goes back to the bench. And it looks like the fans who paid attendance will get one last look at Wilson tonight. 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go. It's only been one game, but I'm sure the world is now very ecstatic, and the anticipation is definitely building for this young man out of the small state of Vermont. Lambert trying to drive inside, but Wilson forces him to kick it out. Marks with 13 to shoot. Lambert sets an off-ball screen. Shot clock down to 5. Pelletier off a screen. Can't get the 3 to go. Wilson the rebound. Mad wants to run the point, but Wilson says, I've got it. Wilson will go the pick and roll Vassier. Now hit Mad. Mad for 3. Yes! Don't worry, Mad. I'm not ignoring you. We'll get you involved. Great shot, bro. 5 assists now for Jackson Wilson tonight. Pelletier looking for the pass, but it's not there. Lambert over to Marks. Pelletier, contested shot. No. Wilson the rebound. Wilson fast break to Blanquette. Blanquette back to Wilson. A missed steal attempt, and it leaves Wilson all alone on an island. He converts the layup to get to 35 points. Wilson with only 1 miss tonight. He's shooting 94%. 76-36. Paris FC making a statement to begin the season. There's a wild shot, and it's off the back of the iron, no good. Wilson up ahead to Blanquette. Wilson again beating his opponent to the pine, and he slams it home. Efficiency, high IQ, lockdown defense. Wilson's been displaying it all here tonight. 94% shooting with 37 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, and a pair of blocks. Wilson pulls down rebound number 19 off that miss. He hits Vassier. Again, the give and go. Wilson goes to the spot that he likes and kisses it off the glass. 39 points for Wilson. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in this one. 80-36 Paris FC. Chavez off a fake screen. Lambert trying to score over Wilson, and he finally gets it to go. Wilson was still there with the great defense, however. Nothing's guaranteed. Even if they score, we just tip our cap to them and say better offense. Here's rebound number 20 for Wilson. He's going to go for 40 in the scoring column. He goes into the post. Oh, now he's got a mismatch. He backs up and takes the three right over him. What a shot by Wilson and what a sequence. Up ahead, Lambert. Lambert scores. Wilson running the break. Now Wilson showing off his dribbles and hits another shot. Some of them call him MP. Right now, Wilson is OP. Unbelievable stuff. Sometimes you surprise yourself, and I say that with as much humility possible. It's only going to get more difficult from here on out, though. Pelletier's got to put up a shot to beat the shot clock, and he missed. Final seconds. Wilson's going to throw it up from half court. No good. And that is the ball game. 85-40. The Paris FC Basketball Elite All-Stars come in and silence Nancy Elite. A good first step for Jackson Wilson in improving his NBA draft stock. Oh, the adrenaline's kicking in. Look at yours truly.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
Well, absolutely.
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro, so the level of competition is a lot better than in high school. But I got some great teammates and coaches, and they're helping me get up to speed.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Yeah, my focus is always going to be on winning. I've made no secret that I want to play in the NBA, so I know that Benoit is a big-time prospect here, but I'm here to work on my game, become the best player I can be, and help my team get wins.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
Yep, we've got our eyes on the prize. We're doing it with humility. Would not be here without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ bringing this content to you guys.
I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Without
All right. Now, I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait. I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No. Look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true.
I know. But you've got a lot to gain if this team is successful. Paris doesn't have an automatic berth to the EBA championships, but playing well in that tournament would be huge for your draft stock.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you, Austin, 100%.
Okay, good. Look, but other than that, you're doing an outstanding job, okay? You came here to outplay top prospects, and you're doing it. Nice work.
I appreciate that, Austin.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep.
Nothing major to see here, guys. Just doing some more maturing. We've definitely come a long way since that one incident when we were out partying. Don't want to spoil it for any of the new viewers. Be sure to check out our previous episodes. Like, comment, and subscribe to Ladder of Light Gaming. This is, once again, Action Jackson Wilson, bringing you NBA 2K26 MyCareer. We're currently in Paris, France, improving our NBA draft stock following a successful showing with Union Elite. Again, not to spoil anything. Gonna have to check that out for yourself. All right, next up we've got Strasbourg Basket Pro. Vincent Leduc, a 6'4" point guard who's projected to go late first round. A polished playmaker, Leduc thinks the game at a high level and isn't afraid to let Mr. Fundamentals, yours truly, which the game classifies as MP, even though I changed my nickname, know what he thinks of him. So it's the same goals. Outperform him in teammate grade, win the game, get at least 5 highlight plays. Let's do it. Bright and early, 6 a.m.
You really need to give that snooze button a break, Boggy.
You say nothing.
Oh, man. Hey, Cap. I think he's finally starting to respect me.
No, you have not earned this yet.
I just love the French accents.
Because I'm a rookie.
If this is something you want, for Bogdan to like you, you must continue doing what you are doing. First person in the gym, and the last person out. And then maybe after a few months' time, if you are still working hard and we win games, it is possible maybe he could like you. Maybe not, but it could be.
Cap, anyone ever told you you have a way with words?
You are doing good, MP. Coach Graves says you come in like a suckling pig, but now you are like a wild boar.
That's a good thing, right?
That's an interesting analogy.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP, and I'm coming to you live from Strasbourg, France. I'm getting ready to play against Basket Pro, and I'm here with their top prospect, Vince Ledoux. Vince, thank you for coming on Out of Bounds. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
Hey, so Vince here is mocked as high as late first round in next year's NBA draft. Who that boy is?
It's Vincent, MP. Vincent.
Right, my bad. Vincent. Why don't you describe your games to my follower?
But you don't watch tape?
Oh, no, I watch tape. I just wanted to hear from your own perspective.
Okay, I'm a playmaker. I run the offense.
He runs the offense, so I need to know. Any advice in maybe how to slow you down?
You don't take things very seriously, do you?
What? Vince, I thought, you understood why you was here.
So I'm here to do your show.
Xander, cut the tape. Yeah, what's good, bro? Like, if you didn't want to do the show, why'd you sign up?
Thought you'd be more prepared. If this is how you get ready for games, then we will have an easy time tonight, huh?
You think you're gonna have an easy time, but you're not. Because you just made this personal, so if anything, you're gonna have a harder time.
Okay, mec. Mon fiche.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Yo, Zan, what's up, bro? I thought you said he was chill.
He seemed cool when I had him on the phone. He probably just playing with you, man. I can scrap the footage you want me to.
No. We'll keep it.
Let the gameplay do the talking.
Actually, we're gonna throw over some highlights of tonight's game. Once we beat them, we'll make a little big joke out of it. Yeah, it'll be funny.
Copy that.
Like they say, we coming for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our first road action of Europe. Paris FC Basket, Strasbourg Basket Pro. This is Wilson's first time going up against a player that's projected to go first round in the NBA draft. A sellout crowd on its feet. making some noise. Hopefully they'll be making the most noise for yours truly in Paris FC by the end of tonight. Wilson coming off a statement game in his previous outing, where he dropped 40-plus points with 21 rebounds, picked up 5 assists, played great defense, had a couple of blocks. Let's see what he does tonight. There's a look at Vincent Leduc, the point guard who is projected to go late first round. Wilson invited him to be on his show. That didn't go quite as planned. So this is becoming personal. Got another rivalry brewing. Wilson on the tip, and he wins it. Wilson sees he's got a size mismatch on him right out of the gate. Ooh, Vincent Leduc is on him, and he brings the double team. Wilson right over Leduc. He gets the deep 2 to fall. Thought that was a 3, but his toe was on the line. Scored that from about 25 feet. Nevertheless, it's the first bucket of the game. And now Leduc, he wants to cook up. He drives inside and kicks it to Vassier. Great pass, but he misses the open shot. Wilson took the gamble and got away with it. Dumont, back to Wilson. Wilson goes to the quick fade and sticks it. So if the first possession was any indication, these guys are not afraid to bring the double team on Wilson. They've been watching tape. They're looking to do whatever it takes to win. Make somebody else beat you. But they must have forgot that I've got great teammates around me as well. Offensive rebound by Leduc off the miss, but he can't finish the play. Now Wilson outside. He goes for 3 and hits. Wilson picking right up where he left off. He got 7 points in just 90 seconds. 3 out of his first 3. Vassier off a screen. Gets Wilson in the air. He passes it off. Great perimeter defense by Wilson. Here's a floater that goes. Wilson with great defense, but that's better offense. Was not expecting that kind of shot. Portier outside. Hands are down again. Wilson for 3 again. Back-to-back shots from downtown. Vassier inside. Back to Vassier. Oh, and he hammers it over Wilson. Oh, 2 hands for safety. That's pure strength right there. But Wilson will cancel that out. We'll trade the 2 for the 3. 13-4 Paris. Lemoyne gives it to Leduc. Leduc for 3. No good. Rebound by Wilson. Gives it to Portier following his first board of the game. Wilson, heat check from downtown. He's got another one. 16-4 Paris. Unreal. Amazes me how fluid this jumper is. Leduc outside. He goes for the triple. It's no good. Rebounded by Rochfort. Now Leduc's going to try to drive and cross over Wilson. Leduc inside. Can't get the layup. Wilson does a great job standing his ground despite the speed mismatch with Leduc. Into the corner for Dumont. Speaking of mismatch, Wilson's got a baby in the paint. He dunks all over him. Wilson came not just to show up, but to show out. Right now, that's what we're doing. Vassier out to Leduc. Leduc goes for 3. This time he gets it. 18-7. The corner's wide open again, and Wilson is still pure with it. Another 3 down the drain. It's wet like water. Miller to Leduc. Tries to go back and forth with Wilson, but he misses. Wilson up ahead. Dumont on the break. He shoots. He scores. Wilson with dime piece number 1. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Paris all over Strasbourg in enemy territory. Leduc continues to fire. Wilson continues to pull down, misses. Wilson to Ahern. Nobody picks up the paint. Wilson goes up with a Giannis Antetokounmpo jam. Cock that baby back. He only needs one hand. "13 seconds to go. Shot clock is off here in the first quarter. Leduc taking his time. The offense is currently spread out. It's going to be an isolation play. Leduc goes up. Can't get it to go, and Wilson pulls down rebound number 5. Wilson heating up, Leduc struggling. Once again, we may just belong in the NBA. These may not all be NBA players, but we're definitely making it look like it. And that's the thing. When you're going to the NBA, you got to make it look easy at this level. And right now, Wilson is doing that. As I've said this multiple times, as soon as we get to the NBA and we're on that Hall of Fame difficulty, it's going to be anything but a cupcake walk. Believe me, I've been playing 2K for years, ever since 2K10. I've definitely been around the block when it comes to this CPU and the competition that 2K and all the other sports games have to offer. Here's a wide open 3 for Leduc, and he gets it to fall. Wilson on the perimeter. He's going to fire it again and hit it again.
3 points.
The hand remains down. Wilson continues to say, man down. Leduc out to Lemoyne. Lemoyne can't give Leduc an assist. Wilson on the fast break up to Ahern. Ahern outside for Wilson. Here's Dumont. Dumont drives, hits it on the layup. That's Wilson's second assist. Now Leduc. Leduc dribbling with the left hand, crosses over, goes up for a tough shot, is able to convert. That reduces the gap to 20 points for Paris FC. Wilson near the free throw line. Looking for Ilyich. Gets it to him. Gorgeous pass and an easy layup. Approximately 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. As that shot rattles in and out. Wilson to Ahern. Back to Wilson. Another 3 is down. 29 points here in the first half for Wilson to go along with 7 boards, 3 assists, and he's perfect from the floor. Wilson's only missed 2 shots here in his first 2 games. Here's Leduc. Inside, he can't finish. Rebound by Ilyich. To Wilson. Wilson to Ilyich. Porter, back to Wilson. Wilson finds Porter. Porter outside Dumont. Wilson with 8 to shoot. Wilson fades. Wilson scores. Shot clock not a factor now. Wilson up to 31 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Leduc to Vassier. Wilson left him open. Vassier can't deliver. Hey, sometimes good defense is no defense. Wilson to Ahern in the corner for the buzzer beater. It's money from deep, and the buzzer sounds. That's the 4th assist of the first half for Jackson Wilson. And once again, Paris FC basketball all over the competition. They lead 51-21 over Strasbourg. Tell you, nobody on this team knew who Wilson was, but it feels like they've been playing together for years. It is a well-oiled machine. And Wilson's quickly becoming a leader. His teammates following suit. Wilson backs down and gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim. Everything remains green. 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. A remarkable performance for Jackson Wilson. Leduc, tough shot. No. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson looking to feed it to Ilyich, but the ball gets stolen. The defense was ready for it, and now Rockford driving inside and is able to score. Wilson read the shot, but he went up a little too early. Right back to Wilson. Let's go back to work with Ilyich. One steal doesn't scare us. Ilyich out to Ahern. Wilson. Off a pick from Ilyich. Will go to the fade and score it. Wilson scoring every which way. Set shot, off the dribble, off a screen, and in the paint. Here's Ledoux. Been very aggressive, especially these last couple of minutes. He can't get that one to fall. Now Wilson gives it to Dumont, and his captain delivers. 5 assists now for Wilson following that shot from 20 feet out. Here's Ledoux out to Lemoyne. Lemoyne kicks it to Vassier. Vassier out to Ledoux. Ledoux. Tough shot, but it's no good. Great job by the Paris FC defense. Ilyich, instead of going up, tried to kick it to the corner. That's one too many passes. Now Miller. Wilson remains in the paint. Ledoux will go for 3 and hit. I don't know why they had me guarding Ledoux there. But no matter, we still got a 57-26 lead. Nothing hurt. Let's do a pick and fade with Ahern. Fundamental basketball. Wilson playing the role of Nikola Jokic. And he picks up another assist. Great ball movement by Paris FC. Wilson trying to get everybody involved. Because of his play early, the floor has opened up, making things so much easier. Ledoux has been unable to do so for his team, as he misses another 3. Here's Portier. Wilson draws the double and kicks it to Portier. Ahern with another 3. Got it. Ahern fired up. He's in the zone as well. And it's all Paris here tonight, 62-26. Miller with the drive, kicks out to Ahern. Rejected by Wilson. And it's secured by Portier. Wilson outside. Dumont back to Wilson. Wilson back into the post. Wilson fades. Wilson scores! Defense to offense. Wilson with 37 points. Ledoux outside to Vassier. Vassier with the tough shot. He's able to stick it from the free throw line. Here comes Portier to the corner for Wilson. Wilson dribbles. Wilson shoots and connects from downtown. That's back-to-back 40-point performances for Wilson here in Paris. A lot of basketball left to be played as well. Rofert for 3. No good. Wilson on the boards. That's his 12th rebound. Wilson pushing the break. Up ahead, Ilyich. Ilyich back to Wilson. He'll get it set up. Wilson off an Ilyich screen. Ilyich gets the roll. Wilson doing a little of everything. 40 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Here's Vassier. Vassier drives. Ball gets ripped by Dumont. Wilson, fast break. Up ahead for Ahern. Ahern to Portier. To Wilson. His mid-range is good. Wilson has had the size mismatch in this game, and he's taken full advantage. Size advantage, taken full advantage. Ledoux. With the clock going down. Wilson swoops in and plays great defense once again. That'll take us to the 4th. Strawberg fans are not happy. But over in Paris, boy, they got to be feeling beyond excited. Over the moon. There's a look at Ilyich and Ahern following suit to Wilson's performance here tonight. The mojo has been contagious. And Wilson will re-enter with 3:18 to go here in the 4th. This game is all but wrapped up with the score being 79-37. But Wilson's got more to prove out there. Free throw goes for Paris. That's now 80 points as a collective tonight. Leduc. Dribbling, attacks the basket, gets it to Miller. Miller for three. It's no good. Wilson the rebound. He hits Zerko. Back to Wilson. Wilson pump fakes, goes up, tough leaner, and he converts. Wilson felt contact, but he had the strength advantage. And that wasn't a problem. Now Miller. Miller kicks it to Leduc. Leduc for three, and he scores for Strawberry. Mad brings it up. Outside Wilson. Wilson jab steps. Wilson beats Blankhead. Back to Wilson. His three-pointer. Kaboom! We can't miss right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's 47 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 100% from the three. Ledoux, he tries to answer. He misses. Wilson the rebound. Blankhead, back to Wilson. Here's a pick and roll coming with Vassier. Wilson to Vassier. Pick up assist number 8. Nicholas Vassier with the flush. Everybody getting involved for Paris tonight. When the score is 87-40, you definitely know that's the case. Leduc inside, gets swatted. But a foul is called against Paris FC. Coach Graves doesn't like it. Gotta love his competitiveness. His team may already have this win sealed up, but he's acting like this is a tie game. Here's Ledoux. He played relatively well tonight, but he was really the only player who showed up for Strawberg. That's all I could say. I may have had the best stat line, but I definitely did not do this alone. My teammates showed out as well. I've got 8 assists. They're opening up the floor for me. Speaking of teammates, there's a good feed to get me into the post. Hook goes. Wilson shows off his left hand. Wilson 1 point away from 50 as Lemoyne drives inside, kicks to Ledoux. Can't hit the three. Rebound by Paris. Wilson wants to get his teammates involved once again. Zerko with the catch. To Vassier. Back outside Wilson. This time let's get Vassier going. Wilson into Vassier for the flush. A solid last couple of possessions for Wilson and Vassier. They're also building some chemistry. Oh, Strawberg also has a Vassier. But you ain't our Vassier, baby. Another reference to Chris Smoove. We'll show you what our Vassier can do. Oh, I'm going to have a triple-double. Here, let's go back to it. Come on, Vassier. Come on, Vassier. Oh, that's tough. I'll go to the post. Let's go for 50. Yes, sir. Sorry, Vassier. I tried to get you involved again. You got to take that up, young blood. But that's okay. Not fretting. 93-42. Here's Leduc. Leduc drawing a double team. Leduc gets past, and Leduc lays it up and in. 6 seconds to go. Wilson on a fast break. No sportsmanship for the Hall of Fame CPU. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. 100% from the floor. Not one miss tonight for Wilson. 53 points, 14 rebounds, and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. I think it goes without question now. Paris FC basketball, when it comes to teams in this area, is a championship contender. Well done, guys. We got any viewers right now? Fire me up. Fire me up, everybody.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
Look, I have a ton of respect for guys in this league, guys like Vince. That's why I'm here. Because going up against these guys is going to make me a better basketball player. So to outplay someone like Vince, that means I'm on the right track. And it makes me want to work even harder.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
My job is to do whatever this team needs. Whatever that is, that's scoring, defense, playmaking, rebounding, whatever. I feel like I could do it all. And I want these guys to know I'll run through a brick wall for them if I have to. I'm that committed.
And lastly, you put together quite the highlight reel tonight. What prompted such enthusiastic play?
Man, these responses are totally like me in real life.
Ms. Mueller, at the end of the day, this is a game. You're a professional and you're paid a good salary, so you have to treat it with respect. But I'm at my best when I'm having fun. So that's what you saw. I need to play loose and free to help my team win.
Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
See, no matter what's happening around you, it's all about playing loose, playing free, because of what our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has done. We no longer have to be bonded by this world. We no longer have to be bonded by our sin.
How was the escargot?
Awesome.
Because
bro.
he is our
Them things
Savior.
was bussin'. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of butter and garlic, but it also has some crunchy bread on it. I don't even know what it was, but hey, look, Americans give Snell a bad rap, but them things was so good.
No, I agree. I love it. All right, so look, I want to give you an update on your draft stock, all right?
Oh yeah, let me hear it.
Things are looking really good. Everyone's raving about your work ethic. Your coach told a scout you're more ripped than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's got to stop doing that. He just also needs to update his references.
Right. And you've played great against the top prospects. Your game is looking polished.
Great, so all good news.
Yeah, that's right. Most mocks have you solidly in the second round at this point.
Second round?
Okay, I know you, MP, and I know you're better than that. But this is all going according to plan, all right? This time last year, you weren't even in the 2K 250. Now the NBA is looking like a foregone conclusion. Let that sink in. That's massive.
Yeah. You're right, man. This is good. This is good for us.
It's better than good. And if you can make it to the EBA championship, you've got a chance to make things great. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Yeah. I will. I got you, Austin. Thanks.
All right. So that's back-to-back statements in the books. And we're now projected to go early second round. So let's see what we got coming up. We got Marcel basketball. And then we're going to call it a day after that. All right, so this time we're going up against a draft projection that's mocked in the middle of the first round. Louis DuPont is a shooting guard, standing 6'4", 241 pounds. But kind of relating to what the interviewer just asked me, you know, there's only so much these guards can do when their big man is out here getting exposed. Again, I say that with humility, but the gameplay is what has been doing the talking. Like, we can back that up when I say, like, we've definitely exposed the first two teams we've played. Will we expose this team as well? I have no idea. There's only one way to find out. If you're new, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ladder of Light Gaming, Action Jackson Wilson with NBA 2K26, welcoming you in today's live stream. One more game for today. Let's finish strong. Mr. Fundamentals, also known as MP, goes to battle against Marcel Basketball and Louis L'Aigle de Pont, a projected first-round pick who gets to the rim and finishes with style and power. Not only does MP want to show out against the Eagle, but Paris needs to win to clinch a spot in the European Basketball Alliance Championship tournament. And if all goes according to plan, that's going to be for our next episode. It's either the European Alliance Championship tournament or the NBA draft. Which is it going to be? We got to outperform DuPont and teammate grade, win the game, and get 5 or more highlight plays, like the first 2 games. Here we go.
In tonight's matchup against Marseille, you get a first-hand look at Louis L'Aigle du Pont, who's currently projected to be a first-round draft pick in this year's NBA draft. Have you had a chance to watch any tape on your fellow draft prospect?
Yeah, well, they call him the Eagle for a reason. He's a great finisher with both hands. I mean, just tremendous hops. They're gonna try to get him running downhill with a full head of steam. So yeah, we need to communicate, not get caught on screens, and challenge him at the rim.
This is a do-or-die game for Paris FC Basket. Win and you'll earn a berth at the European Basketball Alliance Championship Tournament, and lose and you're out. Obviously, you have the rest of the FBSL season no matter what. But how important is it for you to play in an EBA championship?
Yeah, well, the EBAs don't start until after the French season is over, so we try not to get too wrapped up in that. Tonight we play Marseille, and they're a great team. So my focus is on them 100%.
Thanks, MP.
Yeah, we have to win this, or else there is no European Championship. We're standing on the present day. Marseille basketball, the only foe left standing in the way of Paris FC Basket, and a shot in the Europeans' biggest spotlight. Sellout crowd once again paying attendance to witness this do-or-die basketball game. This is no doubt the biggest game of Wilson's life, and for many of his teammates as well. We're going to be the home team in this contest, and we're going up against a projected middle first round selection. There's a look at Wilson getting locked in. It's now or never. Things may be looking up for us regardless of what happens today, but we can't get satisfied. We got to keep our nose to the grindstone. Everybody's onto the hardwood and ready to roll. Wilson against DuPont. Marcel, Paris FC. Glad you're with us here on Ladder of Light Gaming. Wilson, the 7'1" presence on the tip. And here we go. Marcel able to get first possession. Bribois isolates and gives it to Borgo. Borgo with a tough shot and is able to stick it from the right block. Wilson wants the ball immediately. They give it to him in the corner. Wilson goes into the post. Double team doesn't come and Wilson scores. I think they tried to bluff Wilson there. I thought I originally was going to get double teamed. Parker has his layup erased on a deflection. Wilson fast break to Fortier. Back to Wilson. Same spot, same result. He's able to score off the back of the iron. It's only been a handful of seconds, but we've already seen elite offense and elite defense from Wilson. Parker with a tough shot. He scores. It's 4-4. Inbound goes to Portier. Here's Wilson. The hands are down. Wilson from downtown. Wilson starting out exactly like he did in the first two contests, scoring the first 7 points in less than 2 minutes. The first practice definitely humbled Wilson, but he has bounced back in a big way. Gribois trying to make something happen. He's got 6 seconds to do so. They try to answer with the three, but it's no good. Ilyich on the boards. Up ahead for Wilson. Portier. Back to Wilson. Wilson off the dribble. Gets back into the post. Fade away. Silky smooth. Off the iron and down. Nine to 4 Paris FC under the leadership of Jackson Wilson. Gribois trying to shake his man. Gives it to Boro. It's not there. He can't convert the layup. Wilson pulls down the board. Up ahead. Here's Ilyich. Give and go with Wilson. Wilson gets in the post. Gets set up. He's got to put it up. Wilson fades. Scores again! Teammates took a while to get it to Wilson. Longer than I would have liked. But we still kept the clean up. Now Parker. Out to Gribois. Gribois steps back. Out to Parker. Parker with the three over Wilson. That's no good. Ilyich the rebound. Wilson. Jab fakes. Three ball is cash money from downtown. One of my broadcasters from back home says it this way. Bottom of the net. Shout out to Gary Boker. Barreau to Burgo. And Marcel able to stop the bleeding. But there's still more work to be done. They got to find a way to put a stop to Wilson. Now the floor is opened up, so Wilson will get to work with Ahern. Ahern off a cut, lays it up and in. So Wilson, after pulling down his first board, picks up his first assist. He has been outstanding. He has set the tone with 14 points for Paris FC. Barreau goes into a tough step back and is able to convert. Marcel doing what they can to stay in it with a tournament spot on the line. Wilson feeds Ahern. Ahern to Porter. Wilson and Ahern go back to work. Ahern, nice cut along the right baseline, but instead of taking it up, he turns the ball over. Bourgois goes into the post. Out to Brisbois. Three-pointer is down. So here comes Marcel. Trimming the deficit to 5. But Wilson stops the bleeding from deep. Wilson, no hesitation on that one. Willing to do whatever it takes to keep his team in command. That's 17 points on the board here in the first quarter for Wilson. Barreau goes behind the back. Barreau steps back from 15 out. Yes. Final seconds here in the first quarter. Wilson's going to take his time. Get in position. At the buzzer, Wilson, layup, gets stuffed. Marcel sent a message on that one. What a deflection by Barrow. But Wilson, aside from that, has owned the competition here in the opening 5 minutes. He's got 17 points on the board. He's scored in every which way. In the paint, in the post, from deep. And Paris has a 19-14 lead. Now I imagine we're going to be sitting on the bench. And this remains a close game as Wilson re-enters. 31-26, Paris FC over Marcel. With a spot in the championship tournament on the line. Wilson off a catch. Let's get a pick and roll going here. Wilson and Ahern. Here is Ahern. Wilson in the corner. Great ball movement by Paris, and it results in another Wilson triple. Wilson with that set shot specialist badge. Working to perfection. Brisbois driving. Wilson comes to help. Brisbois can't convert the tough leaner. Wilson pulls down his second board. Up ahead, Dumont. Here's the captain. Dumont can't score it. The lead remains 8 for Paris FC. Backdoor, but Wilson comes out of nowhere with a swat. Up ahead, Ahern. Wilson wants it. Wilson goes to the post. Gives it to Zerko. Back to Wilson. Wilson posts up. Wilson fades and scores. Wilson 9 out of his first 10 from the floor. He's got 22 points, a pair of rebounds, an assist, and a pair of deflections. A minute 33 to go here in the second half. Here's DuPont. DuPont drives. Wilson with another block. Up ahead. Wilson attacking. Tough layup is good. Timeout. Marcel. Wilson going full boss mode. 24 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 3 blocks, A+ grade, and a 38-26 lead. Most importantly for Paris FC. It doesn't matter what the stat sheet says as long as we win. But I'm extremely humbled to be putting up the numbers I am right now. We're definitely doing our thing, folks. Hasn't always been easy. There's been some adversity. But we're proving that we belong in the NBA. And we may just be getting a championship berth. Don't want to speak too soon, but we're off to a sensational start. The bench has just got to make it hold up. Barreau for 3. He's got it to go. So Marcel, just when they seem dead and buried, they hit a big shot to get it back within single digits. Now Wilson. There comes a pick with Ahern. Pick and fade. Ahern, nice pass by Wilson, and Ahern converts the layup. Wilson and Ahern have definitely developed a brotherly bond over these last couple of games. Wilson's calling for a lot of pick and rolls and pick and fades with him. Keeping it simple. I call myself Mr. Fundamentals because I looked up to the great fundamental Tim Duncan when I was growing up. Courts here following a 2-pointer for Marcel. And this time this is going to be a fade with Ahern. Ahern with another solid screen. Wilson comes off of it. Now Wilson gets into the post. Final seconds here in the second half. Wilson looking for some redemption after getting his shot blocked to end the first quarter, and he does. Instead of going to the layup, Wilson goes to what's been working, the fadeaway. And he restores the double-digit advantage for Paris FC going into the third. 42-31. I imagine Wilson's going to be hitting the bench. No, they leave Wilson in for the third. I like that move by Coach. I'm not saying that just because it's me, but keep the hot hand in the game. We can't let these guys stick around. DuPont kicks it out to Parker. Wilson closes out quickly on defense. 7 seconds to shoot. Barreau gets a screen. Barreau with the tough fadeaway. It's no good. Rebound by Ilyich. Ilyich finds Wilson. Wilson posts up. Wilson hesitates, goes to the hook, and converts. Check out that little hesitation as Wilson delved into his bag of tricks. Ribwa to DuPont. DuPont drives, flushes it home. They may be trailing by 11, but Marcel has definitely solidified themselves as the toughest opponent so far for Paris FC. They just aren't going away. Now Ilyich. Now Wilson wants Ilyich to cut to the hole. Here he comes. Wilson to Ilyich. The steal attempt, but you got to be quicker than that. You got to be quicker than that because Wilson's zipping the Hall of Fame dimer in there. He picks up his third dime of the night. 46-33 for Paris FC. Barreau spins. Barreau posts up. Fakes. Out to Parker. Parker with a tough shot. Able to get it to go despite a good shot contest from Wilson. And Parker has something to say after that one. Wilson sees he's got Parker on him, and he hits a 3 right in his grill. You want to start talking, Parker? Let's take the ball. Ribwa. Step back and give it to Parker. Parker over Wilson, no good. And Wilson is gone with the wind. Great pass down court by Paris FC. 51-35. The crowd gets into it. They're starting to sense victory. This game is quickly slipping away from Marcel. They got to make something happen, and fast. DuPont. DuPont with the drive. Gets cut off along the baseline. Parker with 3 to shoot. 1 second. Ribwa for 3. It's no good. Wilson with the board. Wilson, fast break. Out to Ahern. Ahern for three. No. Rebound by Marcel. Paris getting a good look, but no dice. Bribois. Off a screen left side. Wilson not fooled by it. He's up Parker. Parker with the drive. Kicks it to Barreau. His corner three. No good. A scramble for the loose ball, and it is out of bounds. And the ball will stay with Marcel, who needs to get a rally started, trailing 51-35. Playoff berth on the line for both teams. Parker's able to lose Wilson on that cut, and he's able to score. Parker's had a great third quarter. But so is Wilson. He'll post him up and hook it over him. Wilson with that blend of Tim Duncan and Nikola Jokic. Not trying to get flashy. Playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Here's rebound number 4. Wilson will run the break and give it to Ilyich. The big fella cuts inside and is able to convert the tough leaner. Ilyich, who has been super respectful to Wilson as of late. Obviously, Wilson had to earn that following the first day of practice. But when you work hard, when you put your team first and you execute, good things will come your way. Pick and pop. Wilson from mid-range. He's got it. Wilson 94% from the floor. He's got 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been as efficient as they come. Brisbois inside. Calls for the screen. Goes for the jump shot. It's no good. From about 25 feet. Wilson up ahead to Zerko. Zerko back to Wilson. Pump fake. Another layup. Yes. And the third quarter clock has expired. The countdown has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Paris FC, 5 minutes away from a berth in the European Championship Tournament. In the biggest game of his career, just like he did with Union Elite, with all eyes on him, Wilson delivering, and his teammates following suit. Wilson will go to the bench for a short break. Re-enter with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 66-41 Paris FC. Here is Borgo. Borgo off a screen gives it to Valois. Blackburn gives it to DuPont. DuPont for 3. No good. Wilson the rebound. Gives it to Blanket. Blanket back to Wilson. He backs up. They get a pick and roll going with Zerko. Look out. Big fella coming through, and his name is Zerko. He's got the tough layup off of Wilson's 5th assist. 3.5 minutes to go. Paris FC putting the game on ice. Here's a nice cut inside. The layup is pure. But Marcel's going to need a lot more than that. They're going to pull a miracle in this one. Wilson's going to post up. This could be the dagger right here. Wilson fakes, goes up with a tough shot, and hits! That's 41 points and 70 overall for Paris FC. And that's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. It's not officially done until the clock hits triple zeros. But Paris FC, in the end, has officially proven that they were the better team. This is just too much of a hill to climb for Marcel in a matter of 2.5 minutes. Tough layup goes. But the time continues to tick as Mad leaves it for Wilson. Wilson again with Zerko. Zerko. Wilson backs up and takes a 3. Oh my goodness! Wilson from downtown off the dribble. And then on the other side, Valois with the layup. Good pass down court by Marcel. Boy, if we would have blocked that, that would have been sick. Zerko back inside Wilson. The ball was in his hands at the start, and it's going to be at the finish. As Van Halen says, come on, finish what you started. And that's what Wilson is doing right now. 46 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And on the next episode of Ladder of Light Gaming, we're going to be playing for a European championship. Wilson called for the pass, but it gets deflected. Bribwall will bring it down and leave it for Burgo. Brisbois with the jab step into Barreau. Barreau near the free throw line, backs up, puts his back to the basket, and now goes to Borgo. Borgo with 3 to shoot. Borgo inside. Good defense. It's rejected. Paris FC not letting up despite a 75-47 lead. Here's Wilson. Wilson into the post. Near the free throw line. Wilson, wet like water. Wilson with 48 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and a 90% efficiency from the field in this do-or-die game. In the corner, Wilson, hand down, man down. He surpasses the 50-point mark. 51, 7, and 5. And Wilson with the A+ grade. The crowd here in Paris begins to celebrate. Paris FC is going to the championship tournament. Final seconds. Brimwalk gets rejected. Zerko to Wilson. Wilson into the post. Wilson showing his strength and his touch. 53 points. The remarkable run by the kid from Vermont continues. Now the world knows his name. Inside DuPont, Barreau converts one last layup for Marseille, but Paris has got an opportunity still. Outside Wilson from way back. It is no good. That's just the second miss all game for Wilson. But it doesn't even matter. That possession was all for naught because Paris FC is going to the championship tournament. Make or miss. We came, we saw, we conquered. With all of France watching, and maybe even the world. Because the reputation that we're building is quickly spreading. But in the midst of all this, God gets the glory all the time. He's the reason that I'm here bringing content to you guys. And most importantly, He's the reason
MP, congratulations on
that
the
can
big
spread the
win.
gospel.
How does it feel to clinch a spot in the EBA championships?
Well, first of all, I want to say that all glory goes to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Shout out to all the Ladder of Light viewers. He loves all of you very much. If you don't have a relationship with Him, I would get one, because He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through Him. All other ways lead to destruction. I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but I'm saying this to help save them. That's why Jesus came to this world. To save us from sin, to save us from death, so we could have eternal life. Now, in terms of feeling to clinch a spot in the EBA championships, it's an incredible honor, but we can't look too far ahead.
Wow, I mean, my whole squad, y'all, come over. We're looking forward to it. This has been one of our goals all season long, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. Coach Graves always stresses taking it one day at a time, and that's what we're going to do, right?
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Have a good
Appreciate
night.
you.
Go celebrate, boys.
What a story this is turning into, ladies and gentlemen. If we're looking back to where this first began, we were just a kid from a small town in Vermont. Then we became elite. And now we're worldwide. And on the next episode of Ladder of Light Gaming, hosted by yours truly, Axon Jackson Wilson, here on NBA 2K26, MyCareer, we take on Istanbul Basketball, Ali Denise Guven. Another highly touted guard. This has been quite the run. As we take a look at our results from today's broadcast, 85-40, 95-44, and despite a valiant effort at the beginning by Marcel, we were able to pull away from them as well, 82-49. We outperformed all three of these draft projections, and now we have an opportunity to reach even higher as we go up against Istanbul in the European basketball postseason. And I will catch you guys for that next time. Once again, this is Axon Jackson Wilson with Ladder of Light Gaming. I pray peace that passes beyond understanding and unconditional love to you all in the holy and mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.